For Chronicles, Chronicles, Red Chair Edition, Episode 5. Let's go.
Let's create.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining me again. I am here with my very, very special guest. Tell y'all right now, don't let swabs and the petite figure fool you. This is Mom over here. I got my good friend, Miss Mom with me. How you doing?
I'm fabulous.
Good. I'm glad to see you. You finally showed up. I knew I wanted to have you on the show as soon as I started doing this.
I wouldn't do it for just anybody.
I appreciate it so much, man. I was nervous last time. Like, hey,
Is she gonna reschedule?
yeah, nah, let me have my stuff together because you always at a high level for sure. For sure. So I call her Victoria. I'm sorry, I didn't say it at the beginning, but this is Vic. Vic sounds authoritative to me, right? I always think Boston for sure. Anyway, so tell us about yourself. Tell me, what do you do?
What do I do? Oh gosh, it's a loaded question because I do a lot.
Yes, you do.
I do a lot.
Yes, you
I'm me, number one.
do.
I'm true, to myself and all that I do. I am a mother, first and foremost, to a beautiful little girl, Luna, who you've met. And she's my world. Being a mother is fundamental. That is just so dear to me. That is such an important job. It's such an important role. It's not all that I am.
Yeah.
But it's certainly important. Any room that I walk into, the folks that I'm dealing with understand that I am a mother.
Okay.
Big part of who I am.
Yeah.
I'm also a yoga instructor.
Okay.
I've been practicing yoga since I was 14.
Okay.
People ask you, if money weren't an issue, what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
What would you do? Yoga has always been that.
Okay.
It's been so helpful for me as a practice, and, the beauty of it is to see how much it helps other people. People are stressed.
Yes.
So yoga is obviously a great way to reduce stress, but the style that I teach, vinyasa, is very physically demanding.
Okay.
So it's a great workout too. So I literally get to help them with mind, body, spirit.
Okay.
And it's just a big passion of mine. So in addition to being a yoga instructor, I am a founder of Women Up Foundation. It is a nonprofit 501c3 non-governmental organization. And a lot of times, what this type of nonprofit will do is go in and they'll find areas where maybe the government has failed or hasn't dedicated resources to assisting, and a non-governmental organization like Women Up Foundation can go in and fill those gaps. So there are plenty of gaps that exist, and the work is in identifying them and getting close enough to the women who those, address. With, this year's initiative, Journey to the Sun, Jamaica, it's all about, working with women who are thriving in order to uplift women who are surviving. And we were able to identify the Women's Center in Jamaica that works with adolescent mothers to train them in vocations so that they can go out and support their children. They can find work. So it's a critical program in Jamaica.
Wow.
The Hurricane Melissa hit last year and completely destroyed their roof. There are holes all in it. The rooms where the cribs are lined up for the babies while moms are learning, hole in the roof, And I'm like, this is a fundamental resource for the women in Jamaica, Montego Bay Center specifically. Somebody has to do something, So whenever I went there, to check things out, as soon as I landed on their steps, I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm aligned with my purpose. So it's very important to me. It is my calling. I cannot walk away from it. I've tried.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
That's a lot. It's good. No, and trust me, it sounds really wonderful. One thing I just think about, one of my core memories of you. I just remember having a hard time, and you have a presence about yourself, very soothing.
Oh.
And you didn't directly say, as far as what I had going on, but a lot of the moves that you were making, I knew it was to help me. and I see you work with other people, and people really speak super high level 100%. So to me, listening to your purpose, it just lets me, it's just a blessing. A lot of people don't realize the fact that not only being able to conquer stuff and do stuff on your own, but now I've got the heart to go out here and help other people, and at a high level. You know, because honestly, I didn't realize it was that depth to the soul about it. And just my experience, I have daughters. And by the time my daughters turn into grown women and they turn into mothers, you don't realize how much they go through. And I can't say in all fairness that I would have paid attention unless I had somebody I had stake in, like my daughter. So when you talk about the support system that they need, and just me dealing with them, dealing with women too, I didn't realize that we were talking about that, how much support they need.
Yeah.
And not just words of affirmation, it's just, hey, can you help me do this because I'm trying to be a good mom?
Yeah.
And hey, can I have support and from other women? Because honestly, as a man, I can't relate to the needs that you need, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I can't, you know, I think, and maybe it's a little selfish, but it's just, it's the nature of the beast.
Right.
So when I hear this, because of my daughters, I understand a lot of things now a lot better than when I was younger, when they were little girls, you know what I mean? So now it's just like I hear you crying out, it's like, oh man, that's my baby, I gotta figure it out. Oh man, that is messed up. There is no support here, so
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So, it's supposed to be my
Thank you so much. And you know, my organization, obviously, I started out international.
Yeah.
I bite off more than I can chew, and I learn how to chew it. Listen,
Yes.
Jamaica is beautiful.
Yeah.
But doing business back and forth and just the communication piece has been, I mean, I'm dealing with a governmental program here in their country.
Yeah.
And here's little me saying, I can help.
Yeah.
Like, okay, treating me around this, you know? So that's what the retreat portion is about, in order to generate revenue to support that initiative there. And I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to go on to the next thing and help women. But you know, I want to say, obviously, that there are still issues that are stateside that I can get involved with here.
Yeah.
But the way that our society is designed, you'll see, you know, your daughters, they're trying to get their children to their doctor's appointments. Meanwhile, they have a conflict of work.
Yes.
The economy, you know, and navigating that as a woman, being financially savvy.
Yeah.
A lot of that wisdom and that discipline can be fostered by a man or a woman, a father or a mother.
Yeah.
So your role will always be critical in their success.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That encouragement, those words of affirmation they are so powerful. If you see something in them, and I see so many beautiful things about your daughters. Oh my gosh. Talk about a presence. And I tell them. Yeah. And whenever they hear that from their father, the impact is like wow. Yeah. They will always remember that.
All right, no, you're gonna give me this, y'all. I'm proud, you know, I'm proud. But anyway, let's talk about the modeling portion.
Okay.
I'm just curious about like how you started, and you know, as far as how you are doing it like right now.
Oh yeah.
So tell me how you started. How long have you been doing it?
Since 2017.
Oh.
Yeah. So I went to college. Non-traditional student, meaning I was a little bit older than the rest of the students. I had a 3-month-old in one arm and a textbook in the other. And whenever I showed up, I was like, I'm showing up to get this degree and get this job and to get moving, you know?
Okay.
And I went in and I took every accolade, you know, one could achieve, and I wasn't there to make friends. I was there to get my education and really excel. And I immediately sought out an internship. I sought out, you know, a career. And it was like the minute that I went into that professional mode, I'm going to get up, I'm going to dress up hard, I'm going to walk with my head held high. Every other person I'm running into is saying, "Are you a model?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I overdid it." But no, I mean, seriously, I've
Yeah.
gotten, as somebody who has, very unique features, it wasn't the first time that I've heard that,
Okay.
but it was the first time that I've been consistently out in society. I'm walking down hallways, I'm running into
Yeah.
everyday people, and they're like, this individual is striking, and they feel like they need to tell me that,
Yeah.
And so it takes a minute, but I remember being on an elevator. I walked onto an elevator, and this, I guess it was a patient family member,
Okay.
was like, are you a model? You should be a model.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? You work here? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And I walked off that elevator, and I was like, okay, that's it. I gotta look into this.
Yeah.
And that was after multiple opportunities with the healthcare system where I was asked to model. I've done, stuff with security,
Yeah.
our orientation,
Yeah.
whenever people come in, I'm there, on the big screen.
Yeah.
And so I looked into it, and I started taking it more seriously. And it's a very tricky industry, and for somebody who already had a career going, it's kind of like, I'm sure you're gonna do this, but that's another thing, like, I don't want any gift that I've been given to go unused. And I feel like that's something that I was natural at for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Confidence.
Yes.
And mastering that.
Yeah.
The only reason why I knew it was important to master confidence, why I took that so seriously, was because I knew I had to go out there and start a career.
Yeah.
And I couldn't just walk around like I didn't know what I was doing, I needed to come with confidence.
Yeah.
And so I researched that heavily, and I figured out what that meant, and I embodied that. And I think that contributed to the noticing and the you should be a model, because that's what models do.
Yeah.
They influence, and I don't mean like social media, I mean like their presence and the way that they carry themselves is demonstrative of, how an individual should carry themselves.
Yes.
And so I learned that. Also, I think naturally I can be very charismatic. Facial expressions and movement and that kind of thing. It's always been who I am. So whenever I took it seriously and started working with an agency, with Diabru, they pulled all of that out of me. They highlighted all of that in me, and they were like, okay, you got this, and this. This is what you need to work on. This is what we're going to help you in. And I, for whatever reason, picked it up so rapidly that they sent me to New York, and I was signed the first time I went. Yeah. It moved very quickly. Yeah. And everything that I've learned in the industry has been, none of it's gone to waste. In my career, the confidence grew. Just the things that are as simple as self-care and how I can pass those skills, and the techniques and approaches on my daughter. It was, really cute whenever she was itty bitty, modeling with her because we matched. And then, the people skills that you have to have, and the professionalism that you have to have, and the drive and the stamina that you have to have also made very well. So that's how I got involved. As far as, present day, there are opportunities. I've done brand work. I did quite a bit of brand work, and then I started really, really focusing in on my foundation and my calling. And I was like, sacrifice. What's gotta go? I'm great at runway. I'm professionally trained in runway. I have a mean walk. But I am, as far as, opportunities go and likelihood to succeed and get any kind of value out of it, my type is not runway. That's not the type of model I am. Commercial, lifestyle, even fit. But runway would be the first logical thing for me to say, okay, I need to take a step back. And there are, so many opportunities there still, but I had to say no. and that's just a part of being driven and having a vision and success. Anything that doesn't align, killer instinct. So right now, I was fortunate enough to secure Victoria's Secret partner,
Okay.
and I've worked with them. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think that it's inspiring for other models,
Yeah.
because they are open to working with so many types of individuals as long as you're willing to work.
Yeah.
And then, just different brand work, that's something that I was dabbling in, but that's kind of taken a little bit of a halt right now as I go into the vision.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something. Like I said, every skill that I picked up in modeling has benefited me in my present role. As a foundation, as a founder, interacting with people and carrying yourself a certain way, those are important. Those are very important skills. You have to be able to speak. You have to be able to walk into rooms confidently and say, this is what I need, this is what I'm here to do. And then I don't really consider myself a brand, but if we're talking about representation and, the marketing that's involved, being able to be the face of that is something that I contribute almost completely to my modeling skills, So.
You are a brand. You are a brand. I'm telling you right now because to me, if I hear your name, it's just the things that are associated with your name. You know what I'm saying? Because if I know you're there, it's gonna be together.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be together, and I know there's gonna be some professionalism there, but also there's gonna be some warmth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing. You are a very, very giving person. You know what I mean? Because I remember the first time. It's funny when I mentioned the first time, it reminded me because I'm not really I don't approach quick like that.
Yeah.
I'll observe.
Yeah.
And my face made me look like I don't like nobody, you know what I mean? But when I started talking to you, because that's how I felt with people, I was like, she is sweet. I love it.
So many people say that. They're like, you're intimidating.
Yeah.
I never knew you'd be this nice.
Yeah. I hear that all the time too. So when I saw you, I was like, see, that's what I love. You know what I mean? So that's what's up, man. And it's funny you say that about the confidence, because one thing I will say as a romance photographer, you see people, you can go with emotion all day, but confidence in that walk is another thing. Because I get excited, I can tell, your chest,
Yes.
I know.
Yes. And you walk like that.
Oh my God.
You come with that confidence. Every time I know it's you. Whenever I look over there in the pit with the photographers, I'm like, there he is. That's him. And you take up space.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important. This is this trend, this concept. Take up space,
Yes.
and it's so important though. Walking in a room with your head parallel to the floor makes all the difference.
Because I think it turns into just versus you know what I mean? It's just a different thing.
Absolutely.
So let's switch right quick because I gotta talk to you about this.
Okay.
Tell me about one thing I've always noticed about you, Lord, is always there with you.
Yeah.
Right? I think you're a hell of a mom. But it's crazy to see all the things she gets to experience at that age. Tell me about that. Is that on purpose or is that just how you are? And just tell me about that.
Yeah. So that is absolutely on purpose. I took the approach with Luna that she's going to see what a woman is capable of.
I see that.
I'm not going to force her to get involved in anything she doesn't want to, but she's going to see what the possibilities are.
Okay.
And, she's got her own personality.
Yes.
And some of it's different than mine, But I think that it's all about the exposure.
Yeah.
Not just with children, with anybody, who's learning.
Yeah.
You just need to expose them. And so we travel. She watches me whenever I'm hitting my punching bag, my heavy bag. She watches me teach yoga. She knows about the foundation and the work that's being done there. She knows how important my career is, but she also sees me very, I take work-life balance very seriously. And I try and foster in her. I try and remind her first things first. You know, family first.
Yes.
You are the most important thing. You are the most important mission. You are a gift, and I have to take care of you. And everything beautiful in my life stems from that, honoring that gift.
Okay.
Obviously, I operate very differently than a lot of people, you know?
Yeah.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, those God-given gifts,
Yeah.
everything from what He's instilled in me, what He's exhibited in me, and my daughter,
Yeah.
I have to take care of those things.
Yes.
So mind, body, spirit, and then life becomes more beautiful whenever I honor that. So that's why being a mother is so important to me. It's a gift.
Yes. Yeah. Really is.
Yeah, it's powerful.
I didn't write down stuff.
Yeah.
Well, my vision was
First things first. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got for you today.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. I definitely appreciate you coming, for sure. And it's just been out of the long. Now, for sure.
Thank you.
Anyway, guys, hey, thanks for hanging out with us again. Big one. And if y'all have any questions, if you have any things you want to talk about, comments or something like that, go ahead and drop it down in my comment section. I'd love to entertain those for you. Until next time, y'all be easy.